to scavenger some free vitamin C and JR shrubs via cone ginger. I think colossal ginger is another name. Let me test this mic here. So, it's been a week. Lost my voice a little bit, but it's, here in remnants. No clamminess or anything, but my mom lost her voice last week, and didn't think too much of it, just thought, the week caught up to her, which made sense in the context here, but no, my voice disappeared out of nowhere a few days later, well, about a week later, I guess, so dealing with that now. And, yeah, dealing with trying to get get this in the face. So, I'm not sure if this mic is even working, but gonna zoom right on here. I always stumble over that, but gonna give a weedless deceiver a go, and this guy walks onto the bar. Hey, Ron. Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been at the desk every single night too, and finally was gonna get back to the swing of things, then poof, voice. I woke up and went to talk and nothing came out, but then it's just been like this since. So, no fever or anything like that. I'm not sure if anybody else has experienced something similar recently, like if it's something going around. I guess I haven't got much done, maybe. I blame that for everything, every ailment, though. Could hear my mom out there, I'm sure. So, I hope everyone's having a righteous day and has some good vitamin C sources, I guess. I mean, it's been a minute since, like, caught some local something, but here we are. So, yeah, let me zoom out a little bit. Weedless deceiver attempt. That's too much. Pan this a little bit. Yeah. I hope my mic's on. I haven't checked it yet. 1 moment. Shoot, if I cough or something, when I mute it, it glitches out a little bit. And sometimes it just won't come back. So let's do it's just like a fake measurement. Gulp. Sometimes I haven't really landed on like a preferred measurement, I guess, maybe. So sometimes I try hook length, sometimes shank length. Earlier today I was tying dry flies. Last night, well, last few days really. I just can't get the hackle right. It's like, I don't know. So trying other things like doubling it using scissors. Here, one moment. I totally forgot why I went all the way down there. Shing. So this is pink and orange, but it's UV reactive. And I want to make a little bump back here, so just gonna pile it up. Whew. Yeah, but still back and forth, and just been no complaints. I just don't even know where to start or like what words to use first. So hope all is well in y'all's existence. World's getting obviously really intense. Not stoked on much when it pertains to current events. Like it's quite terrifying, honestly. I don't know why it seems like the world's acting like it's WWE, but what the fuck? I haven't been scrolling much finally. I have been, but like websites that I come across via specific inquiries. And holy trucks, that's all I can. Mainly pictures. I don't even. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have like very good focus for a while. It's been a minute since I feel like I've been able to read and retain something. So I saw this on one of those videos that's like, check out these fishing gadgets. There was hooks and it had mono on it. Anyways, he put on a video, gadget, saw these hooks, and I quite like it so far. Now, I don't know if there's something I'm not thinking of, but it seems like it's pretty fail-proof, like it won't get stuck. It pops out a little easy, but I don't know. I have a hard time placing the mono that kind of sticks straight out or forked for whatever reason, so I have a few things that I want to try, like maybe heating pliers and flattening in certain parts. But anyways, moving on. Let me get that gap a little bit. Alright, so hello people. Cocktaila. I do not speak Russian. However, when I was younger and convinced that, my diaries were going to be read, the more intrusive thoughts that for some reason I still wanted to document, I would use the Cyrillic alphabet so no one could. I mean, you'd be able to like easily decipher it, but it wasn't in Russian or anything. It was genuinely English words, or just English words. But use the Cyrillic alphabet and had to fake a few sound combinations, but that was alright. I quite like the alphabet aesthetically. Let me think. Because this one, I've been wanting to do this more. This one for the center to kind of, when the white feathers are wet maybe it'll be nice and lively. So, kind of just want this one cleanly in there. Oh, excuse me. I really need to also look for some perhaps millinery tools. I was thinking like haberdashery tools to, I don't know, manipulate feathers. And get a copy of Featherbender, but I want to get a new copy so the author gets yeah, because that is a fresh released book. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this part. I think I'm just enjoying myself right now. Ooh, not anymore. Well, you know something, it gives me a chance to just match the other side, which isn't an opposing side, but these are going to be ripped through the water. So, and it's not like a little streamer. Which I will show the dry flies I tied. They're kind of shy, but I need to learn how to do the hackle, wrap the hackle, how to do the first wrap, how to hold the fibers back to not trap them, and keep them nice and erect, if you will. But it just gets a little messy. Here, let me look down. Hey, Traveler! Russell Dixon, I appreciate that. That is very funny. Wait, let me take a screenshot of that. That is indeed a fish with no eye. Yeah, Russell, it's a live stream. I was... So, these are the ones I tied not too long ago, the Javelina. I have a few of these in a tackle box, which, well, you gotta share a tackle box now, so finally about to start, which I've never fished with poppers or divers, the ones with the spoon and the treble hooks. I've never flied or fished with those, but uh, anyway, got these. He got some no. Alright, there's mono, there's fluorocarbon, and then there's something else. One of them floats. So, with one of the spinning reels and the water thing, going to use that line for the dry flies. And perhaps to replace the leader. Please excuse my ignorance when it comes to the terminology of fly fishing, because I am, it's got a tapered leader on it. I get tippet and leader confused pretty much every single time I speak, but these I'm most excited for because I feel like I'll actually be able to see them. There's so many black flies and small types of black beetles, And the reason why I'm really excited for these is super simple to tie. It's just the... See, before I didn't have a lot of spots to fish dry flies, but now there's canals and all these quite wonderful places, honestly. Going to be focused on trying to get some of the scorpion fish, because not only are they decimating areas, but I genuinely need fertilizer. Peach tree, not looking too good, but they're not the, most spectacular things, but the deer hair underneath is what I'm trying to show. Cool little shell there. So, tied a few and packed it, or tied a few, but some up here and packed a few. But yeah, the hackle, I just don't, I can't, like, I feel like I've managed to get a load of wraps in it. There's two things that on this one, like, this one is doubled, but I don't think I'm giving enough room for the hackle also, for dry flies. Like, it's so hard to put this words for some reason, but, like wider area of hackle, because I think what I'm doing is kind of like coming out like a cartoon haystack, and it's just in the center. And that could be why my cream variants did a lot more swimming. I feel like the bluegill were very polite, and usually caught mainly cichlids in that canal, but those and the mosquito only bluegill grabbed, or only pulled up bluegill, which was quite nice. But yeah, man, this devilfish, I think I said scorpionfish before. Ah, if I did, apologies. But the devilfish, whew. I took a video of a dead one that we came across on a bike ride, and finally got to see like what armored means. Thing was hollow too. You could like one of those petrified frogs or toads. But yeah, you can make an instrument out of that. Let me get this feather. Ooh, two behaves. Gold. Swear, like, you look at a feather spine and it's not. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, everybody's got this mysterious freaking cough thing. Oh man. Okay. I think I have a plan. Let us see. I appreciate that also. Yeah, I haven't tried weedless though, but Jared's like, need weedless. So I've been keeping it in mind, and then saw that hook on the gadget video. It was like 25 fishing gadgets you need or whatever on Amazon or something like that. And there's definitely a few things that I need to get for my keychain. I want one of those not like helpers because sometimes my hands are freezing and you know, ain't no shame in my game. I will use my little handy device. So, oh no, I messed up big. Man, we're gonna be here all night. I just heard my I just heard my mom's friend in my mind, just don't charge me rent. It says if something takes a long time, it's stuck with me. And this dubbing stuff, I have to get more of it, only because if I ever stop making this, lightning dub, sherbert, now I'm gonna look away, but y'all don't. It's so reactive. Come on, lady. You know, sometimes I had nothing to say after saying that, but this feather is. Alright, I think it's perfect. Yeah, there. Quite alright. So I'm gonna keep it at just this. I could change into a darker background or put the chair higher maybe. Oh. I need to think about that. I do have a black shirt. Man, there's nothing wrong with rage, alright? It is a beautiful human emotion. Same thing with crying. How beautiful it is to become a waterfall. Due to feeling. Okay, I'm making it worse. It's just, it's not like a cocked of a feather I can get past. It's really, alright, I'm gonna try to flatten it. Promising. Oh, I did find there are some local Palm Beach County fly fishing guides. So I, of course, forgot to write it down because it's like memory isn't like, you know, I have to get an external hard drive, I guess. But if you look up Palm Beach County, fly fishing, it's pretty much our only, at least I could find. I guess I need to spend more time looking. The Dick's and stuff doesn't have any tying materials, but maybe the new, my poor mommy, the new Bass Pro in Loxahatchee, they might have a little something something. Do you see? It's like, I'm just gonna load it with feathers, because that was another thing I wanted to see. But I just don't understand the behavior of these feathers sometimes. Oh, Jesus. Shoot, I mean, oh, shit. Alright, well, anywho's, I'm just gonna maybe dig out some different feathers. I want some bright yellow feathers in the center. Well, maybe also I don't. Because I did want to leave some. I'm not sure yet. Maybe some fluff, like marabou fluff from these guys will help. I just don't understand why it won't move one way. Like the only way you want the thing to move is like sitting in front of a campfire and it only goes, like the only place it goes is your face. So, let's see. Yeah, I just thought, man, I don't even know like what words to say out loud. Like, that's why I think it's been like 3 days since I was fixing to tie some dries live, because I really want to get better at tying those, because fishing them is pretty top tier, I will say. But A, it's really hard not to watch news. B, it's just, man, like that sinking feeling. I think too, like, I don't know, there's so many different types of lives and existences, and like that's the point of, like, in my opinion, if everybody had the same interest or whatever, like, not only would it be like really boring, whatever, it just wouldn't work. guess maybe then you end up with some form of like, oh, I just hope all are good and, you know, started growing plants again. And someone like real tense about our planet, literally, because I understand that, A, we live on a volatile planet, not volatile in like a negative sense, it's just like essentially a living critter, big old beautiful one, but the seasons that we don't see within one lifetime, so we have to depend on like texts. But yeah, okay, that's fine. Because that was just like poofed out those feathers, nice. Right on. So let me zoom back on it because sometimes I fart around a lot. Feels quite rude, to be honest. I was just thinking if I should try to do one of those flash like skirts, because it doesn't wrap around the hook, none at all. Maybe a excellent spot to deploy that. I got some more slapping. So let us. We got a few on the desk, so may as well try to match with those. I do think I overthink that in these like deceiver tails way too much. I mean, you see someone who knows what they're doing, Tywin, and they just grab a clump. But man, they got some immaculate looking feathers when they grab that clump. Like, organized. Man, it's brutal how like, I don't know, I just feel like things are about to just get real shitty is all. For a lot too many. And for too long, 'cause like, man. Got my, like, tear ducts twitching pretty much at all times. I just was gonna rip that there. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Makes it a little easier. But you don't get that traction tying in, so I'll have some extra for the glue to grab, which I should start squeegeeing some in there. But that feather in particular had a big old knot tripped out of it. Two more on the inside or nah? Maybe going down. Cat is a green jay. Justin King, Tiny Man Deceiver, trying to get these feathers to behave. It's been a minute, and a minute, I mean like a few weeks, but you know, it's very rare that I meet people that like, I don't know, down to do this stuff, I guess. And I don't think like I could ever maybe go to a show one day. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But like check out water and Google Map spot. Find the or go to the fish brain spots, and fish brain genuinely is a great. It's a little tedious because I'm not paying for it until I can one day, but I feel like I would. I do like that app a lot. And finally got to log something. A little Sailor's Choice grunt. Let me squeegee some glue. Yeah, I tied quite a few dry flies. I only put a few in a box, but as simple as can be. That way I could focus on fishing them and not worry about caring if I lose them. And like not worrying about running out of materials as to not be able to tie more. Like immediately if they happen to be well received. You know, that's quite buttery and thick, so I might just keep it at that many feathers. Let me throw more of this stuff in there. This sherbet, Spirit River, Lightning Dove. I love this color with my entire existence. Reminds me of like, here's some examples. The like ball, the good witch of the east or north or whatever. That pinkish, reddish, orangey sphere. Or in Care Bears 2, the movie, where Chick gets turned into a like crystal or something. There's a chandelier involved. Can't remember much other than the color, but really cool color. That effect in early like animation, I don't know how to describe it, but really nice. Same thing with like 1980s cartoons. He-Man, the pinks and explosions, that orangey pink. Juicy color. So this is very, very much like that. A purpley pink mixed in with orange. Perhaps some other stuff, but also some pearl flash. This is fly tying. Well, making basically a lure at this point, which I was thinking if I get some heavy duty wire, I can make, like, I can try to tie, like, poppers, but with, the treble hook ones. How would I search that? I'm sure that's been done a million times. Because I'm dead rotten at trying to pick water and the gauges. Ooh. Alright, before I forget, that's why I'm like not making sense, because I'm also trying to not forget actively. I do regret not having, like, well, feeling like my memory is just wiped because I can't remember whose video I saw it on, but adding a little tuft of bucktail before the flash, I liked that. So let me, I think white would be, and then go to the like tail chartreuse. And then that, so where is this one? I have to make a little shopping list for Old Florida if ever in Boca before 7 or whatever time they close. But lead eyes is one and some heavy ones. And oh, look at different lengths of chenille. And gray bucktail. I don't know why I'm not writing this down. But this one is fine. Trying to also think if anything new or different other than my uncle still here. But I think definitely decided on the garage. So going to be making that a spot instead of doing these 2 rooms too much. Flat tiny demonstration opinions and thoughts. Man, Molly, I appreciate the wording in that. That's a treat to see from another's perspective. And right on. I wish I could find some local fresh water to eat from. And it's here. Just gotta find it. And I do want to go to the grassy waters. It's catch and release only, but beautiful water. And worth just like seeing. But so when you say perch, what is that to you? Because I know some fish, the names are quite broad. So what species exactly? Or just perch? I gotta look that up. Excuse my ignorance. I don't mind though. That's temporary. So I'll keep some of it. Taper. Yellow perch, righteous. Let me look that up. Yeah, the devilfish are everywhere, which they're not known to take bait. So, net, long pokey device, which I think is going to be righteous, like the tridents that the ice people use. The people in the cold places. But what are those called? I wonder. But something like that would be ideal. Something with weight. A lot of times they'll be on the bank, and I can't stand the thought of what they're like in the depths I can't see, because we can only see about a foot into the fresh water here. But they're encroaching. However, a lot of the plants here could use some fertilizer, and really easy to put that to use as something very useful. And same thing with my insectlids, and I'm not sure on their edibility, but I'm not even worried about those right now. Those scorpion fish, plecos, armored catfish, pulley trucks, and not to be dramatic, they got an eerie presence. I think because they're just so, I don't know. I feel like I would have noticed them last year, but maybe just wasn't out west yet. Curious to go out there and see, cause I have on video like all the different species you'd see in just a few minutes of sitting there watching. Like, I wasn't going out multiple times a day every day in these like 30-second clips of 2-second videos of fish swimming by. That was like in 5 minutes. Like, oh, but I haven't seen anything like that locally. I haven't even seen a bluegill, seen some tilapia. Seen a bass the other day with the spot no fishing, and the bass was in some good old bass grass. But to get it on camera, I get this back here. Yeah, that's good. And now I like to add somebody. Man, this is some rotten lighting. I'm sorry, I was roughing it. I kind of fallen out of focus on this room, because if I'm gonna be moving again, holy. So right now, just focus on clearing the garage, getting an AC unit, and moving stuff. I do want to find some salvage yards though, because there is some like old Florida that I think I'll be able to find in piles. Like the iron window covers. Also door, because I do want a back door at some point. Recently moved back in with my mom, and the house was 3 generations. Sounds fancy, it was a small little coastal town, but it's being taken over. Like everywhere else, you know, like I have been noticing, man, it's been like a long time since I've talked out loud for this long. I feel like I'm not making the most sense, but just talking out loud, I guess. Anyways, I'm glad people are mentioning the food at restaurants, because I have not been able to enjoy like anything chain in years, and it's not for some holier than thou reason. Like, yeah, we all know why did that one get so short? Son of a snatch. We all know it's not health food. It's fast food. But anything like chain or fast or what have you, it tastes like it's straight up just made out of water. Or not taste, but it's not filling at all. Even your classically filling food items like pizza, for instance, Papa John's or Domino's. And just everything is, just they made everything too cheap, so the food doesn't really feel all that real anymore. It feels like punishment food, meaning like what would be served to people that were in prison. But unfortunately, a lot of times their food can't even be considered food, which I have a lot of empathy there, because food is just, I don't understand why it could be messed with so much, and why, like, any form of, company or institution could, I mean, it's no secret that this stuff is banned, like, a lot of the chemicals, I meant to say ingredients, but a lot of the chemicals are banned tons of places. I just don't understand the legality, like, I guess. I get the warnings and, like, of, I don't know, is there warnings, like, on cigarette packs, on cereal boxes and that kind of thing? I don't know. But I just don't understand how it's even legal, I guess. Like, regardless of, like, capitalism and stuff like that, like, and, like, legal is one thing, I guess, but that's the food that's promoted and, like, branded and, like, doted on, or doted on. I don't know how to put what I'm thinking into words. It's just draining. Is that great draining or something? Brutal. But trying to keep track of this, because I do want to add some bucktail, but I think I just didn't think about that. So I might do something. Well, I'm going to do something else. Perhaps use some estas here and then bucktail on top. A sucker spear is smaller than a pike spear. Oh, okay, right on. Let me take a screenshot. Okay. Yeah, I guess I do see pike maybe, like, I think I've only ever seen pike in the videos. Yeah, really can't wait to get on that. Like, I have a big treble hook. During the day, I'm just, man, being a night owl sometimes is just not conducive to everyday life, because I need to call the FWC to ask how maniacal can you get with these things? Like, can I weight a treble hook and just try my luck throwing at it? Just the ones on the bank. I'm not going to throw it, like, in the deep water and rip it through the water and, like, accidentally snag God knows what. But if I see it, can I throw a weighted treble hook at it? Stuff like that. And, like, nets and that kind of thing. Because I just want them right now. Alright, so I'm thinking that's the way to go, I guess. Shit, man. I was gonna do yellow on the bottom and chartreuse at the top. So, hold on. Okay. Ooh, do pink. Alright. Let me check this real quick. Yeah. Trying to see, my biggest problem right now is like saying observations, but it's like you can observe something without believing that thing. So I think I don't even know how to describe it, but oh. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I forgot to clip this onto the shirt. One moment. Is the audio fine? It was on the desk the whole time. Dang. I can't control the volume on it without a receiver, and I just have the mic. So I'm not sure if the audio is very good. Kind of impressed it was audible at all. There's no way, Smokey. Oh, to make like a movie about that? That's pretty funny. I read documentaries like that. Shoot, Wally, my bad. I'm gonna restart it actually, because I did not mean to do that. So, every time I fall out of like a pattern, it takes a while to not start over myself. So, I appreciate the patience, and I shall see y'all very shortly. I don't want to toot my horn or anything like that, but the colors are pretty. The green with the sherbet yellow and white. It's got some life force energy in there. Alright, happy trails. I shall see you shortly. Yeah, I'm gonna restart it.